Get ready for non-stop motorsport action. Lando Norris just pulled off an incredible upset, snagging sprint pole at the Miami Grand Prix. He's the first driver this season to beat a Mercedes in qualifying, and the pressure is on as he leads the charge against championship leader Kimi Antonelli. McLaren brought a major upgrade package, and it looks like it's already paying dividends, just like it did in 2024. Will this be the turning point for Norris and McLaren?
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Charles Leclerc was also in the spotlight, setting blistering times in his upgraded Ferrari during practice, but facing a penalty for exceeding the pit lane speed limit. Meanwhile, Mercedes, the dominant force all season, is facing unprecedented power unit problems, raising serious questions about their grip on the competition. With all these upgrades and challenges, the Miami Grand Prix is shaping up to be an unpredictable thriller. And the controversies continue to swirl. Lando Norris was investigated for a potential breach of race director instructions, sending shockwaves through the paddock. Could his pole position be snatched away? We'll have the verdict on that and the fallout from Albon's surprising demotion in the sprint race. The tight competition is bringing out the unexpected, and the stewards are certainly busy. The Miami Grand Prix is already delivering edge-of-your-seat excitement with unexpected performances, penalties, and investigations. Don't miss a second of this electrifying weekend. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us for all the breaking news and analysis you won't find anywhere else. You do not want to miss this. Lando Norris of McLaren has secured sprint pole position for the Miami Grand Prix, marking a significant upset as the first driver to outperform a Mercedes in qualifying this season. Norris clocked a time 0.222 seconds faster than championship leader Kimi Antonelli, who will start second. His McLaren teammate, Oscar Piastri, secured the third spot on the grid. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc qualified fourth, ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Mercedes' George Russell. Lewis Hamilton, driving for Ferrari, will start seventh, with Alpine's Franco Colapinto lining up eighth. The impressive performance from McLaren is attributed to a substantial upgrade package introduced for this race, a strategy that also revitalized Norris's 2024 season in Miami. Notably, Mercedes is the only team not to have brought significant updates to this Grand Prix. Formula One ignites in Miami after a 5-week hiatus, with Lando Norris snatching sprint pole position and signaling a significant shakeup in the established order. Norris, driving for McLaren, blazed to the front, edging out Mercedes championship leader Kimi Antonelli by a margin of 0.222 seconds. This marks a bold challenge to Mercedes' otherwise dominant start to the season, where they had swept every Grand Prix and qualifying session. McLaren's strong showing is further bolstered by Oscar Piastri securing third on the grid, ahead of Ferrari's Charles Leclerc in fourth. The street circuit around Hard Rock Stadium proved a turning point, with teams deploying extensive upgrades. Ferrari and McLaren, in particular, appear to have closed the gap to a Mercedes outfit that has made only minor adjustments. Despite looking strong earlier in qualifying, Leclerc ultimately couldn't match Norris's final, blistering soft tire run. Four-time champion Max Verstappen, showing renewed optimism with an upgraded Red Bull, will start fifth, with George Russell sixth for Mercedes, a stark contrast to their previous dominance. Lewis Hamilton qualified seventh for Ferrari. Meanwhile, ominous weather forecasts for Sunday's main Grand Prix, predicting heavy rain and thunderstorms, are causing concern. The FIA is actively reviewing contingency plans, including potential adjustments to the race start time, in accordance with local laws regarding lightning proximity to sporting events. Norris currently trails Antonelli by 47 points in the driver's standings, making this weekend's sprint race a crucial battleground. Formula One roared back into action in Miami with a stunning performance from Charles Leclerc, who topped the sole practice session in a heavily upgraded Ferrari. Leclerc's pace, significantly faster than the competition, suggests the Scuderia may have leapfrogged early season frontrunners Mercedes. Red Bull's Max Verstappen, a consistent challenger, trailed Leclerc by nearly 0.3 of a second, while Oscar Piastri secured third for McLaren. The narrative, however, was dramatically shifted by significant power unit issues plaguing both Mercedes drivers. Lewis Hamilton, usually at the sharp end, was a distant fourth, over 0.4 off Leclerc's pace. Teammate George Russell finished sixth, a concerning 0.8 behind, with further power unit woes impacting his session and preventing him from a full soft tire run. This marks a stark contrast to Mercedes' dominant start to the season, raising questions about their development strategy and whether their minimal upgrades are sufficient to maintain their advantage. Ferrari, on the other hand, has unleashed a raft of 11 new parts, including a revised floor and suspension, seemingly transforming their car, particularly in cornering. McLaren and Red Bull also appear to have brought substantial updates, indicating a tightening of the field. Lando Norris, in particular, showed strong pace for McLaren, hinting at a potential challenge for victory on a track where he secured his maiden win. Red Bull's team principal, Laurent Mekies, acknowledged their focus on understanding their own car's improvements after a disappointing run in China and Japan, expressing optimism that Verstappen will have a more manageable package to push to its limits. The stage is now set for a thrilling sprint qualifying session later today, with the traditional hierarchy of the opening races thrown into serious doubt. The Miami Grand Prix is already delivering a thrilling spectacle, with Lando Norris retaining his sprint pole position after an investigation into an alleged failure to follow race director instructions. Despite a momentary lapse at turn 17, where he was overtaken by Nico Hülkenberg, forcing him to create a gap for a push lap, the FIA confirmed no further action would be taken. Meanwhile, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc received a £172 fine for exceeding the pit lane speed limit during practice, though he secured a respectable fourth place in sprint qualifying, ahead of teammate Lewis Hamilton. George Russell expressed surprise at the significant performance gains from McLaren and Ferrari, stating they were quicker than his Mercedes. Russell, who will start the sprint in sixth, admitted to struggling with tire overheating and car balance in the challenging Miami conditions. Alex Albon faces a significant setback, demoted 5 places from 14th to 19th for a retrospective track limits violation discovered after he had already begun SQ2. A dejected Lewis Hamilton voiced his disappointment with his 7th-place qualifying result, admitting the car's performance was not as expected and that significant work is needed overnight. The grid for the sprint race sees Norris on pole, followed by Kimi Antonelli and Oscar Piastri, with Leclerc in fourth.